CZS play. But if they're not in sync the entire time, AreoLink and iiGGY will find that moment to come out on top.
That's right. Well, right now it looks like we're going to be focusing on some one-on-ones. That's how the blue team decided to open up, actually putting iiGGY in one corner and putting AreoLink in the other. Now, what's worth noting is that Bayonetta, in singles in particular, has a pretty gnarly punish game, but really struggles whenever it comes to the initial openings. But with so many opponents, that might actually be a bit easier for Bayonetta to get some of the openings. I'm just really worried about how that's going to affect her combo game. But speaking of what's already affecting the red team, an early SD from iiGGY. Very unfortunate that he wasn't able to find the right angle on his recovery. But this time, maybe they're able to make up for it. But, ooh, the gravitational pull. He was hoping to just snag up the Ness's PK Thunder, but instead going to be settling for the up smash, still taking that stock.
Yeah, a lot of little instances where iiGGY and AreoLink's teamwork has really come into play. iiGGY setting AreoLink up for multiple combo strings right there. AreoLink setting iiGGY up for a fully charged up smash on the Ness. There are a lot of little instances where you can see Muse and CZS very content with, like they started out, the solo one-on-one type game style, which we saw right there, iiGGY able to go off the stage and gravitational pull that recovery.
Oh!
Wow!
Almost getting a 2-for-1 there, actually, on CZS. And this is really important for CZS, is that he has to ensure that if it's a one-on-one, he's on the side against Bayonetta. Because if Ness versus Rosalina is horrendous for Ness just because of how good she is at destroying Ness's recovery. But as we can see, Bayonetta, no walk in the park either. CZS at a very high percent. He gets the grab, but iiGGY right there to interrupt the potential follow-up with a dash attack.
And what I love that iiGGY's been doing is that whenever CZS gets off the stage, he's right there looking for that gravitational pull. And you can see CZS has been very worried. He's very scared every single time he gets out there. Right there, iiGGY not able to get there. CZS a moment to be able to recover.
Oh!
Whoa, that bomb actually coming into play, killing CZS. Muse killing his teammate. Obviously going to take the stock, however.
It's very possible that Muse dropped it there thinking that iiGGY was going to come out, and he wanted an active hitbox for iiGGY to try to get around. And if CZS had tech there, he would have been able to survive, but a bit of missed timing, a bit of misfortune, and what seemed to be starting off very well for the blue team has gone horrendously wrong. iiGGY getting another great edge guard on Muse there, and CZS against the world. Bayonetta is particularly terrifying in this position.
Well, there is still a possibility. If he's able to take out iiGGY, there's a chance that he will be able to deal with the Bayonetta, but the way he's stuck in between a really hard place right now, just falling into Bayonetta combos, I'm not really sure what CZS is going to be able to do.
Now, I'm pretty sure. Oh
my gosh.
I see AreoLink there saving CZS a bit. And whoa, iiGGY with an SD, but very fortunate. If I remember correctly there, I saw Luma actually run into the PK Thunder from CZS.
Yeah,
and while it didn't take the PK Thunder outright, because the PK Thunder collided with something, it didn't travel as far.
Yeah, Luma ate up all that momentum, taking down CZS. Really noble sacrifice there from iiGGY to steal that first game in the iiGGY AreoLink team.
Man, you're saying noble sacrifice, you got me thinking about Hearthstone. Get down! But yeah, let's go and reflect on that last game for a minute. Right off the bat, the blue team started off very well, but again, the problem comes down to the one-on-one fights. They have to ensure that the one-on-ones go in a way that just makes sense. And what I mean by that is Muse has to ensure that he's taking on Bayonetta, and above everything else, iiGGY has to make sure that he's I'm just gonna restart this entire statement. CZS has to avoid dealing with Rosalina in one-on-one situations, because that's gonna be the biggest detriment overall towards this blue team. Joined on the mic by Dr. Bellpepper. Okay, well, let's go into this. Just a brief recap right now. iiGGY and AreoLink, one game away from closing out this set against CZS and Muse. CZS and Muse, they're trying to defend Oklahoma, while iiGGY and AreoLink are kind of the invaders from DFW.
Okay, one way actually that CZS and Muse team is Toon Link will be the tank, while Ness just plays aggressive and goes for the backdoor kills. One thing I often see with this is Ness will always be down in stocks, Where it's not in this case, but usually he'll just share stock while Ness just builds up the wall for the projectile.
Right, but here's again something that we're noticing is CZS continuing to charge straight at iiGGY, and that's just not what he needs to be doing. He doesn't want to be in this one-on-one sort of fight because, like we've seen so many times, iiGGY is so on point at shutting down Ness's recovery, whether it's with well-placed back airs, whether it's with those gravitational pulls. He always has something there that makes it so difficult for Nessus to make it back on stage.
That's something you really have to do, because his recovery is very linear, and oftentimes if they have the double jump, they're going to come in with another fair to get back on stage. So you really got to punish the linear recovery.
Well, CZS actually punishing that attempted landing from iiGGY with a nair, but finds himself quickly off stage as well. Both of the blue team members in a bit of a cornered situation, but they're able to weave out of it, only for iiGGY to go and push them right back there. Muse, however, getting the bomb into the up air. That was a fantastic KO, but already that you can see the red team, they're really good at not letting their opponents get kills for free. You could see that on the right side of the screen, AreoLink was right there on the right side, ready to challenge, attempting to intercept Muse with a bear.
Yeah, it seems like blue team's actually really struggling to get stage control. They just keep getting thrown off stage, while red team just covers every option.
That's right, but you know, one thing that they did have for a little bit was a slight lead before that stock was shed from CZS. Sorry.
If ToonLink could hold on to a stock right now, they could really bring a comeback, because it's about even. ToonLink's at kill percent for some moves, but he just has to play it safe.
That's right, and especially given how floaty a character like Rosalina is, if Muse can get the percent on iiGGY a bit higher and maybe come in with one of those strong up airs, he could get a pretty good KO that should be able to put them ahead. Back into the swing of things, and whoa! That was such
Threw it right in.
Yeah. It's a strange direction, but look at iiGGY right down there in the perfect position to steal that PK Thunder. It's Muse against the world here, and he's going to need a world of help to make this comeback happen.
Yeah, this is going to be a huge comeback if it does. It's 2v1 scenarios are just so hard to do, especially when you have two really spacing characters like Rosalina and Bayonetta.
Oh yeah, between these two characters, they can just control so much space. And while Bayonetta has some struggles with approaching in singles, because you have a second a partner with you, it makes it so that you have all these new avenues to shut down your opponent, as well as getting some of those openings.
Yeah, is he going to kill off the top? Up air? No.
Nah, not yet. Muse has done a good job of DIing pretty proper in order to ensure that he doesn't really get hit by the full sequence. Yeah.
Like, one thing Muse likes to do is he likes to combo off of his item game, and one thing Rosalina can do is just down B and bring it towards her.
Whoa, is Muse actually doing this?
2v1
what a turnaround!
He's at high percent. He just has to play it really safe.
This is true, but while Bayonetta is known for a really, really good punish game, what she really lacks are those initial openings. But again, especially that kind of a percent is just so tough. But props to Muse. There's a reason why this man is considered to be one of the best players in Oklahoma. It's because he's able to make turnarounds like that.